So I really like how the one time I want to do a really long video blog, me talking about serious stuff and just chatting, is when I have the most enormous zit on my face in the world. Let me just take a look at this. Yeah, that's pretty disgusting. My current strategy right now to reduce the redness of it is I have a piece of ice and I'm making it really cold because somehow, logically in my mind, if I make it very cold, then it's not going to be as red anymore. And I don't own makeup, so and even if I owned makeup, I wouldn't know how the hell to put it on so that I wouldn't have an enormous fucking mountain on my face. Okay, well, I've pretty much forgotten everything I was going to talk about, so I need to get back into that. I should stop this. Okay, so recently, my friend let me borrow her violin. This is her violin. Well, this is the violin you're used to. This one's named Ugly Butt. This is the violin I've used in pretty much all of my videos, with the exception of a couple. This violin right here has been with me since the 8th grade. Its name is Ugly Butt, like I said. It's really dark. I'll compare it to the other one. It's got a really dark body. That's what you call this part of the violin, the body. Yeah, I like it a lot. However, this one, this violin does not have a name. My friend Esther loaned me this violin, and she's very nice for doing so because I can tell it's super expensive. Some people ask me sometimes, how can you tell the difference between a really good violin and a really bad violin? There's a point where the sound quality becomes good, and that's around $300 or so. And then there's a point where the sound quality becomes phenomenally good, and that's in the thousands range. And I would dare to say that this violin is probably in the thousands range. But yeah, I've been using this violin. Its name is, well, it doesn't have a name, but I've named it Noname because it doesn't have a name. But I'm leaving it up to the owner to name her violin. I'm a little concerned why she hasn't named her beautiful instrument yet. Yes. So I've been using this, and I'm gonna use this for a couple more videos at least on my channel. I don't know why I'm spinning this for you. Also, my bow is falling apart. I've had this bow since the 8th grade too, but this thing, it's basically come unspindled, unspooled, looking for the right word there. It's just this coil thing. It reminds me of a slinky now. There used to be a black cover that goes around this to protect your finger from getting cut, and you would hold it like this, but now I just have this movable thing here, and this is my bow, so maybe I need a new bow, probably. So the topic I wanted to talk to you guys today about before I started freaking out about the zit on my face and the new violin I've got and stuff, is I wanted to talk about the future and what you want to do with the future. Now, I was in a job interview about, I don't know, a week ago, maybe a little less than a week ago, and I was interviewing for a job that deals heavily in statistics. That's what I do at college. I do statistics and math, so I want to go into a field that deals heavily with statistics. So I was interviewing for this job, and he was asking me all these questions about why I wanted to be what I wanted to be, and I like how I'm avoiding specifically what I want to be. I want to be an actuary, but I feel if I say that, not many of you are going to know what that is. So I want to be an actuary. You can go look that up if you want to know what it means. I tell people what it means too much, so I don't want to explain that on here. But I want to be an actuary. And like I said, I was in this interview and I was answering all these questions about what I wanted to do. And then an interview question came up where it talked about working in a team setting, if I was competent in doing that, if I worked well with others. And I like how the second that question came up, I instantly thought of music, and I thought of orchestras I've been in. I thought of YouTube and all the collaborations I've done, and I realized that while I was answering this question, this was the question I had the best answer to, the most truthful answer to, and the most enthusiastic answer to. And I caught myself realizing that, whoa, maybe by answering this question, I just realized what I want to do even more than statistics and math and plugging in numbers all day. I feel like I confidently convinced the interviewer that I want to be a musician, which is not good. I felt pretty guilty about that, but I feel very passionately about music. I feel like it started about in the 8th or 9th grade when I joined orchestra, but that passion for music built even more as I got involved in YouTube and I started playing music I really loved and connected with my video game roots and, you know, what made me who I am today, what I grew up with, all the Mario and Zelda and all that stuff, all the lessons I learned from Nintendo, and I connected it with music, and I just felt like this is the one thing that I really enjoy doing as a hobby, and I could even see myself doing it in the future. Which, it brings me to the question, what do I really want to do with my life? Now, the job I was interviewing for, obviously that's gonna pay much better than possibly being a musician, being like a teacher or a private instructor or, you know, gigging and stuff. They're just more stable, probably compensate me better, but would I really be happy doing it? Now, most of the time when I'm doing stuff with math, I feel really comfortable, I feel like it's something I could do, but music just has that extra bit of something that I can feel like I'm putting part of myself into. Like every time I upload a video on here even, like I throw these things together in, you know, an hour or so, but I'm always really excited to see the reaction I get when I post something, and I'm always anxious to see if it worked out or things I could do better, and I'm always thrilled to meet new people on here, other musicians, and get their ideas, and I feel like it's something that I could be involved with for the rest of my life. And if I had to go back and do college all over again and repick my major, I would seriously consider like double majoring in like music and math, or I don't know, maybe even doing just music, because I really love it. This ice is like melting here. I'm concerned a little bit that I didn't make the right decision. And that's what I want to ask you guys. Like, I don't know how old many of you are. I'm assuming that the majority of you aren't even old enough yet to be in college. But I do want to ask, do you feel like what you're doing right now is preparing you for what you want to do for the rest of your life? And I feel like what I did in college, I'm in my last year of college now, I feel like what I did in college, while it may have been smart, it might have not been like the best choice here. Like, I really love music, and I feel like if I had pursued that from the beginning, like really been serious about it, instead of being scared, saying, oh, I'm not good enough, oh, I'm not going to make enough money, I could have been in a different situation right now where I really, really loved what I was doing, and I was good enough to actually do something with it. So, I thought I'd throw that out there, let you know a little bit more about my past, and what's been on my mind lately since that interview. And I probably should mention that I don't think I got that job, by the way. But, yeah, so I'll see you guys later. I'll be posting more covers later, obviously, because, like I said, it's one of the things I really do love doing. So, I'll see you later.